Welcome to the playoffs.
Yeah, it's nice to be in a clinching position there, and a bit of a relief to satisfying to make sure we're in the playoff. But obviously, we're not satisfied with that. We want to make sure we get a home game. That's a big part, especially in a one-game elimination in the first round. So it's imperative we get a top 4 spot.
Can you imagine much of a better start than you had? It seemed like offensively and defensively, everything was clicking. I know that's partly because of the way Vegas takes 2, but you played at an incredibly high level in spots.
We had a great first quarter, great first half. And you think about that part of the game, and you think about the final score. It was a big difference, right? It was a three-goal game, but it seemed like we dominated for the most part. But they just found the way to stick in there and capitalize on some outside shooting. And when you're up by a lot, you don't attack the net as often. And it seems like offensively we stopped going to the cage as much as we were doing in the first half. I thought we could have done a better job of holding the lead, a bigger lead, if you will, especially the 5-on-3 goal they scored. I thought that got their run going.
Obviously, a lot of stakes in tonight's game, but winning the cup and then clinching the playoffs. Kind of was that 11-2 start in the first half, kind of on the under the team's coalition, or was it rather kind of a pregame speech type of thing?
You're giving me way too much credit. Yeah, the guys did all the work out there, right? They're the guys going through the middle. They're guys putting the ball in the net. They're guys stopping the ball. I'm just kind of trying to get everybody on the same page. And we have a great group. We're very big, strong, intimidating, smothering defense. Great goalie. We have talent as well. So we're dangerous when everybody's clicking. And that first half was an example of what we're capable of. It would be nice to do a complete 60 minutes. But it is hard in a game like that when, you're up by 9 to continue at that pace.
When you have a big lead like that and it's a back-to-back situation, do you play any differently in the second half?
In my mind, I'm like, hey, Josh, maybe take a break here and there. But guys are very competitive. They want to play. So it's hard to hold them back a bit. I mean, we took Matty out I wanted to take him out a little earlier, but it didn't. I think it was the last 5 minutes we got Orlyman in it. Just give him a break. I was looking at give some of the veterans a break, like Dawson and Josh and Dane, but the guys want to play, so it's hard to hold them back.
Coach, I know there's bigger goals that you guys want to accomplish this year, but to be back in the playoffs already, secure another berth, what does it say just continually about the continued success of this organization? It's not an easy thing to do the things that you guys have done to get back to that spot. Yeah. What does it say about?
I mean, Buffalo's a great place to play. We have a great fan base. We have a great organization. They treat the guys really well. Guys have been this group of guys, the core group of guys, been to the championship in the last 4 years. And yes, it's great that we're back in the playoffs, and that was our first goal. Our second goal is to get the first place, and obviously everybody's goal is to win the championship. But it's in any sport, right? It's hard to make the playoffs year in and year out, and it takes a lot of work and effort and commitment from the guys for the entire year, not just the season. So, I'm happy I'm in Buffalo. I'm sure a lot of guys are happy in Buffalo. It's the best place to play, and it's hard not to give your all every game when you're playing in front of a sold-out house.
Did Nielsen have a smile on his face the entire game, or just for a few minutes?
I thought he did okay. He's a good player. He's young, and I'll tell you, I was I'm sure he was happier than myself, but I was really happy to go up to him in our shoot around this morning and tell him he's dressing, because I was getting tiresome with the old song and dance about me telling him he's not playing, right? But he's very understanding, very patient, and he went in there, got his feet wet a little bit, got a goal. That was nice, and I thought he got through the middle and set some big picks for us. So it's nice to get him some minutes.
Had a couple player acquisitions at the trading deadline since we've last seen you.
That's right.
Seems like they're fitting in. The team's playing well with them.
Yeah, we're not a hard team to fit in with, right? We don't do anything out of the ordinary. We just try to do it well and together collectively. I think Kyle Matisse is a big body, and that's to add on to a lot of other big bodies down there in defense. And he also has nice hands. He has a nice touch around the net, so he can score in transition. Ron John is very athletic, and he's fitting very well. One part I like about John is he can get some loose balls and clear for us. I feel the one thing we could improve on, and we are already in the last 2 games, is we give up a lot of repossessions Teams are getting rebounds on us continuously, so I think that's, probably shows, our age a bit. So it's nice to get some younger legs to get some loose balls and clear the ball for us.
Competing in this Tucker Cup and being able to win it tonight and having Sean here for that ceremony, kind of what did it mean to you and some of the players that remember, that?
Yeah, we have Tucker night, which we already had, and this is the inaugural year for the Tucker Cup. So it's nice that, the Tucker game started in Buffalo when Sean was here, and it's nice that we won actually the first one. It's nice to win it, of course. It means a lot to us, and the guys are well aware of the situation, and it's I think it was the right thing that we won here the first year. I'd like to win more, but it's nice that it started here and it started here, and the first cup was won here as well.
Can you handle travel going to Albany now?
Yeah, we're gonna hop on the
Overnight,
bus.
or
Yeah, we're hopping on the bus for 11.
do you change the lineup much at all, or is it?
I would like to. I mean, we only have 2 guys that we can change the lineup with, so well, 3 technically with the goalie. But I would like to use everybody, especially back to back. So I'll see how the guys feel. See if anybody's injured, and you just never know what happens. Guys tighten up. I'll see you in the morning practice. I'll probably make some changes.
Coach, you expect Chase to be back in the lineup tomorrow night?
I hope so. Yeah, he's a big part of the team, and it's hard for him to sit at a home game with a crowd like that. So he was very professional with the situation, and he just with the back-to-back, I thought he needed a bit of a rest. He just got some nagging injuries as he's dealing with, so just thought it would be better to play him tomorrow and give him one more day off.
There's still 5 games in the season left. Yeah, like you said, you want to take it game by game, not look ahead to the playoffs. Kind of what do you tell your team to make sure that goal is achieved each week?
That the next game is the most important one, and we don't look past it, and we don't look beyond, and we don't look in the past either. Like tonight going in, we have the first place team playing the last place team. We're not looking at that situation. We're trying not to. We're not looking at how many goals teams beat them by, because they have 3 wins. They beat Albany, they beat Colorado, and they beat San Diego. 3 pretty good teams, so they're capable of beating teams. I want to remind the team that. And I do like to, think of the next game is the only game we're thinking about. When it's a back-to-back weekend, it's more challenging even for me, but we still try to focus at one game at a time.
I know the Sabres had a TV of where they were in the standings. Is that kind of like your philosophy of seeing what's around you, or is it kind of ears closed, eyes forward?
I mean, we pay attention to the standings, of course, and we're trying to maintain a first place in this league. But like I said, we're just looking at the team that we're playing, regardless of where they're in the standings. So we prepare the same way we do for, if we're playing against Saskatchewan, Toronto, or Vegas. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're preparing the same way. We don't take anybody lightly.